Hello, hello, hello. I am Leslie McGraw, poet, writer, organizer, lifelong Ann Arborite, and great grandniece of Elbert Williams. The Elbert Williams Voting Corner began in 1940 in Brownsville, Tennessee, with a man who believed freedom meant participation. Elbert Williams was a fireman at the Sunshine Laundry, an officer of his local NAACP branch. He helped several of his neighbors register to vote in a time and place where that act alone could cost you everything. For that courage, he was kidnapped from his home, beaten, murdered, and thrown into the Hatchie River. His body was recovered days later. No arrest, no trial, no justice. He became the first known NAACP member killed for his civil rights work. His death came 25 years before the Voting Rights Act and long before the world knew the names of Medgar Evers or Emmett Till. But his story isn't just tragedy, it's a call. It reminds us that democracy only breathes when we do. The Elbert Williams Voting Corner exists to make sure his name and mission never fade, and to connect that history to what's still happening today. We're more than a website or a single event. We are legacy in action. A living corner where history, justice, and everyday action meet. Everything we do, from teaching people how to register and to verify their ballot, to creating spaces for art, storytelling, and healing, grows from a singular belief that voting is an act of neighborly love. Because when we vote, we're saying, I care about what happens to you, too. Here in Washtenaw County, our movement keeps growing through partnerships and public events that center learning and action. This month, that work takes on special meaning through 3 major gatherings, each one a piece of the same story. On October 25th, we'll be part of the annual Wrongful Conviction Summit with Survivors Speak. This year's summit takes a workshop-style approach, from leveraging the power of AI to maximizing social media for justice, understanding your rights, and building your network of support. I will be sharing a pre-needs justice kit from the perspective of a mama. On October 28th, I'll join fellow panelists at Eastern Michigan University for America's National Crime on Trial, Ida B. Wells and Lynch Law Today. We'll talk about Wells's fearless reporting, how she exposed racial violence, and what her courage teaches us about the political moment we're living in now. For me, this is personal, because Ida B. Wells was one of the few people who might have written Elbert's story if she'd still been alive in 1940. Her fire still lights the path for journalists, organizers, and truth tellers. Also, on October 29th, we'll come together for the People's Toolkit. It's a family affair. Join us at the Voting Corner and some of his descendants to celebrate his birthday, talk about civic storytelling, the power of organizing from your block up, and how every vote and every voice counts in shaping the community we want to live in. These events aren't separate, they're connected. Each one touches a piece of justice, and each one flows back to the same well, the right to participate fully in our democracy. When we call ourselves a voting corner, we mean it literally and symbolically. Every corner can be a place of gathering, reflection, and power. A kitchen table can be a voting corner, a church foyer, a library step, a smartphone in your hand. Our mission is to remind people that civic work doesn't live only in November or certain elections. It lives in how we show up for each other all year long. We teach, we remember, we organize, and we do it with love, because love in practice looks like justice. Elbert Williams didn't live to cast a ballot, but his courage casts a long shadow, one that stretches from Brownsville to Ann Arbor from 1940 to right now. The Elbert Williams Voting Corner exists to carry that light forward, to say, we remember, we vote, and we use our voices to rise to the moment. And we build community strong enough to move forward no matter. So whether you join us in person, on Zoom, or from your own corner, know this: your vote and your voice are your two strongest weapons. Use them for justice, for your people, for the future we're still shaping together.